All right, so that's the first time I've had a comment before the show actually started there from Perry Porter. So with that said, good morning with a full cup of coffee. Good to the last drop. There you go. We're off and running here on a Tuesday, 10 a.m., been at 10, and it's December the 16th. Happy December the 16th to you. A little bit gloomy out there, but we're on a slow warming trend. The 20s actually didn't feel that bad. I was out in a sweatshirt early this morning, and if that had happened back in like October, I would have been shivering and freezing, but getting used to the cold weather out there. 20s didn't feel too shabby this morning heading out the door. And then we're going to be trying for around 40 today. We do have a few stubborn clouds out there. And good morning to Beverly Haggis from Borden, Indiana, always popping in there early. Speaking of some of those clouds that we have around the area this morning, this is the visible satellite. So you'll see as the sun rises, you can see the clouds. So this layer of clouds moving through this morning should get some sunshine back here for us later on this afternoon. So thanks for dropping in the show. If you're watching the replay later this afternoon or evening, feel free to put in a comment or a question. Let us know where you're watching from. Thanks for liking or sharing whether you're watching our Facebook Live, whether you're watching the stream on extolmag.com/weather or on good old YouTube or Extol Weather on Facebook as well. So all over the place here, and we're happy that you've joined us this morning. Our weather headlines I'll have right off the top here for you to get us started. If you're new to the program, I'd like to give you that forecast right off the bat. And then we will dig into the weather jokes, weather history. We always like to do a little countdown, see where we're at to give us some perspective. And then we will dive into the weather model data for you weather nerds out there at around 10:20. That usually gives us a sneak peek into the long-range outlook, and we'll look through Christmas week as well, which, again, features still a trend towards warmer conditions. So feeling a bit better today, thawing out this afternoon as we go above freezing. South breeze at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Windy rain showers Thursday. Low threat of severe weather, but we are under level 1 out of 5 in the severe weather risk categories from the Storm Prediction Center. So we'll talk more about the gusty rain showers for Thursday. Could get a couple flurries on the backside of that front Thursday night, and then a brief cold shot Friday as we're back to the 20s Thursday night, Friday morning, 30s for Friday afternoon, and then quiet and cool for this weekend. Beyond that, again, some warmer conditions possible into our Christmas week. These are the latest snapshots of the GFS and the European weather model that look similar to yesterday. So what you're looking for in the long-range outlook is consistency. And so far, we've got a few days here where the long range is calling for a spring-like warm-up into the 60s here for Christmas Day. Could that change? Certainly could, but right now, the warmer air is winning out here, as you can see, for Christmas Day right there. So as usual, plenty to talk about here for today. Going to pop up some current conditions as well with one of my favorite spots to check out, and you can always check it out as well. This right here is your one-stop shop for all of your weather needs. It is extolmag.com/weather, where you can find our live stream up right now. Hey, there's a goofy looking guy. And you can see 32 degrees right now is our current temperature. So many different weather variables to look at here for you. You've got your daily forecast. You've got your hourly forecast. The brand new 7-day that I've uploaded here this morning, which we'll cover in more detail. The brand new weather story for today. If you want to take a longer look at that, fire that guy up right there. Also got a live look here this morning at some of the gray and gloomy conditions, but we're going to try to get this layer of clouds out of here for some more sunshine this afternoon. I think a lot of that snow that you see there on the ground will start to melt off. Looks like some folks heading down there to check out the fossil beds there. This is the Falls of the Ohio Foundation.org camera. Like a family taking a stroll there this morning. A lot of schools on, or at least my son's school is on a 2-hour delay this morning again because leftover slick spots here and there. There's the good old weather story. And again, this is at extolmag.com/weather. So you've got all your forecast maps, all that good stuff right there to check out. And if you scroll down a little bit more, what we're talking about as well, here's your storm prediction maps, which I'll bring up with a level 1 severe weather risk for Thursday in just a moment. I think it's a fun map. This gray map right here, you click in the upper right-hand corner, and you're going to bring up dozens of weather layers. This visible satellite is awesome. Weird little layer of clouds moving through right now. And you can hit play, and you can see as the sun rises, you can see the clouds, but just a slow blob of low clouds moving through. Pretty cool looking. But there are a bunch of different layers you can play around with. This is a look at our current temperatures. It'll be a little warmer today down south around the Tennessee state line. But we've got right at freezing or below I-64 north, and then above freezing south of 64 this morning. As we look at the temperature map, which you can take a look across the entire globe if you'd like to take a look. Up here, we got minus 20s up in Canada. So we're doing a little bit better than that. A couple more comments popping in. We've got Orlean Whitlow, got a cloudy start in Hodgenville, 30 degrees for the low, 33 now, crossing the fingers for some sunshine. I think we will get the sun to return later this afternoon. Stubborn little layer moving through right now, though. And Dennis Gregory, good morning from Bedford, hoping to get a walk today after a week of none. And that reminds me, I need to hop back on the exercise train soon. Been pretty busy, though. That would be no fun, Beverly, with a power outage in this kind of cold weather. Glad it's back on. And Lillian Lasley with a good morning of 33 degrees out there in Litchfield, Kentucky. And as we get rolling along here, right, we're going to get the forecast loaded up for you in just a moment. Want to give a shout out to our partners here, Ivy Tech Community College, Sellersburg campus. Just pop in here to Sellersburg right there. So you can find a lot of information, a ton of information here at ivytech.edu. But if you scroll down, so today is Tuesday. That means Tuesdays at the Tech. So stop by the local campus right at Highway 311, I-65, 9 miles north of Louisville for one-on-one support, in-person assistance on getting started at Ivy Tech, registering for classes, career development, how to pay for college, and making it accessible and easy to do for you right here. Dozens of two-year certification programs, 2 colleges at once. Again, very accessible here for you. And then our friends at Lyons Roofing, they can get you an estimate if you have any issues with your roof. Shingles messed up, you got any leaks in your drywall, seeing some spots. If your gutters are not in good shape, hey, you may want to get a quote and give them a call, 812-294-3595. Free estimates here at lionsroofingco.com. And of course, they've got you covered on both sides of the river. They've got a career section right here. They're expanding their team. Roofing repair technician, again, 812-294-3595. If you want to get a quote on life insurance, maybe car insurance, maybe house, maybe bundled all together, you might be able to find some ways to save. Give my insurance agent a call. Michael Long here, 812-578-3072, amfam.com, and search Michael Long. It'll take you right to that page right there. And again, getting started with some clouds, a little layer of clouds moving through. But again, hoping for a little more sunshine today. The big story today is going to be Thursday, and then maybe that big warm-up for Christmas time. So we'll take a look at all that here in just a second as well. I want to remind you, too, we've been reaching about 2.1 million views on my page alone here over the last 28 days. So if you want to learn more about advertising, marketing solutions for your business organization, you can just email me, Ben, at extolmag.com, or Jason at extolmag.com. And again, feeling better today with highs around 40. We're going to try to claw our way to 50 tomorrow. 50s and windy rain showers Thursday, a chilly Friday, a quick cold shot with maybe a couple flurries Thursday night after maybe up to an inch of rain Thursday, and then quiet and cool for this weekend before, again, maybe getting that warm up right there. And as we look ahead here to our countdown, winter begins in just 5 days. We've had about a month head start, it seems like, though. Christmas in 9 days, time change in 82. And hey, spring keeps getting closer and closer, 94 days away, just a few months out. We can make it. We can get through it. Our stupid weather jokes for today. It's so cold when cows are milked, ice cream comes out. It's a good visual there. Knock, knock. Who's there? Freeze. Freeze who? Freeze a jolly good fellow. I'm on thin ice with these jokes, but I'll skate by. Literally, probably on thin ice with these corny jokes here. But they're free. We're trying to make them every day for you. Our weather history for today, a bunch of it. 1835, New York City's Great Fire destroyed 17 blocks. Bitter cold froze the East River, making it very difficult and freezing over firefighters. 1869, bill introduced, signed by President Grant, establishing what would become the National Weather Service. They were wanting weather reports for around the Great Lakes. And then in 1979, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win the monsoon game. I think it was like 3-0 versus the Chiefs in a torrential rain and muddy situation there. 1997, Super Typhoon Paka deluged, flooded Guam with nearly 21 inches of rain and 170-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And in 1997, busy year, Air Canada Flight 646 crashed during an aborted landing in heavy fog and landed in a snowbank. Thankfully, no fatalities with that. Our forecast here for today for your Tuesday, December the 16th, a high up to 40 degrees, partly sunny later today. I know we got a layer of clouds now, hoping for that to move on through and some sunshine to return later today. So south wind at around 5 to 15, our sunset at 5:24. And your forecast tonight, not as cold, a low of 34 degrees, south wind at around 10 to 15, sun up at around 7:54. So you may notice, speaking of sunrises, sunsets, our sunsets, we've made it past the earliest sunsets of the year. That's December 2nd through the 12th. So now we're getting our sunsets 1 minute later, basically, each day, but our sunrises are a minute later, too. So we're past the earliest sunsets, but now, from now until December 21st, we have the latest sunrises. So our sunrises keep getting a little bit later and later. And December 21st will be our shortest day of the entire year. Okay, back to the forecast we go. Here's your forecast tomorrow for your hump day, Wednesday, December the 17th. 34 out the door, 44 at noon, 50 for that high temperature. Looks like it'll stay dry. There might be a sprinkle down around southern Kentucky, but most locations will be dry and mostly cloudy. 47 is our normal high, so we're going to try for a few degrees above normal. And this would be, I believe, our warmest day of December so far. We had to make it to 17 days in to crack 50 degrees. It's crazy. Our sunrise at 7:54 there and setting at 5:24. In the 7-day forecast, 100% chance of rain Thursday. I think it's pretty dry in the morning Thursday, and then Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, some heavy downpours, maybe some rumbles of thunder, a lot of jet stream energy, so there could be some isolated damaging wind gusts. I think it's pretty isolated, though, but it's going to be a blustery day with that wind, and then some cold air drops in on the backside of that front as we drop to 27, and we might sneak in a couple flurries Thursday night. A quick cold shot Friday, a high of 35, and then down to 28 Friday night. We're back to around 50 Saturday, some 40s on Sunday, so cool and quiet this weekend, and then upper 40s, low 50s, with maybe a rain shower chance Monday into Tuesday. Doesn't look like a big deal right now. And then past that, then we're heading into Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and that's when we're talking about that 60s possibly on the way by then. Beverly, loving the jokes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And a reminder, tomorrow is Wednesdays with Weddington. So put Brad Weddington, local custom home builder, to the test. We'll put him on the hot seat. If you have any questions for around the home, log them and then let us know tomorrow, or let us know in the comments, and we will ask Brad then. Always fun to chat with my buddy Brad about things happening around the house. All right, so that's the forecast. Now we're going to take that deeper dive here at 10:14. Hey, we're moving along at a pretty good pace here on a Tuesday. Cheers once again. Just Tuesday. kind of a slow start this week, perhaps. I don't know. What do you think? What day should it be? Always Friday. Okay, Orly Whitlow, why does it seem like it's less cloudy overnight than it is in the daytime? That seems to be happening this year. I think it's just kind of tricking you. I don't think that's actually the case. But you can't, I will say, if you have thin clouds, that can filter the sunshine during the day, like you have a layer of cirrus clouds. And then at night, you can actually see through those clouds. So it looks like it's clearer at nighttime than the daytime. And I'm not sure what this question is. So what is that? Maybe a spam? I don't know. We'll see about that. All right, let's fire up some of the weather models here. And I'm going to go full screen. Let me get rid of that, bring this up, and then bring this up. So what we're looking at here at the RADSat, radar and satellite, this is a look at this layer of clouds slowly moving through. And again, the reason why that pops in, if you're watching this with this loop, is because when the sun comes up with the visible satellite, the sun is illuminating that cloud cover right there. All right, I'm going to bring up, just to give you a little heads up here, we haven't done this for weeks, months, perhaps. A look at the Storm Prediction Center's 3-day outlook, because we don't care about today. We don't care about tomorrow. It's going to be day 3. Storm Prediction Center is a division of the National Weather Service out in Norman, Oklahoma, that their one big job is to look at where severe weather might happen across the United States. And we are under level 1 out of 5, the lowest risk of severe weather. This is just saying there might be an isolated strong wind gust to watch out for. And as these gusty showers move through Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. Again, low risk with this. And the Climate Prediction Center, as we start to look ahead before the weather models, we plop on the weather models. We're kind of on the edge here of the 6 to 10 day outlook. Definitely looking warmer out to the southwest of our area. But we will have some above normal temperatures. A couple days maybe at or below normal. So we're kind of in the middle ground here for the 6 to 10 day outlook. And then as I go to the 8 to 14 day outlook, which would take us through basically the rest of the year. And I think the GFS weather model will go to the 1st of 2026 here in just a second. Shows us, again, on that edge of the bubble of warm air, warmer than normal air, I should say. And again, we'll take a peek at this with the long-range outlook here in just a second. I'm going to fire up the NAM weather model since we're close enough to Thursday to see that pop up on the NAM. And we'll look at the rain, we'll look at the wind, and we'll look at the rain amounts for Thursday. So Thursday is what we're going to cover right now. And I'm going to just jump ahead to the 18th morning, which should be dry. So I think the morning time is mostly dry. This is at around 7 a.m. Rain just out to the west. Going ahead to around 10 o'clock in the morning. Here's some showers approaching. 1 o'clock. And then here is 4 p.m. So rain chances increasing Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. Could be some heavy downpours with this. What sucks about this is when you get a decent heavy rainmaker this time of the year, there is no evaporation. There's no plants that are sucking up that water. It's just going to be muddy, and it's hard to dry things out, especially when you drop to the 30s the next day. So you've got dogs. It's paw print time of the year. So there we go. Kind of a nasty looking Thursday. This will start to move off to the east. And as it does, I'm going to precip type this. We might be able to sneak in a couple flurries on the backside, but it should not be a big deal for us. I'm going to go back to, as these storms move in, this is a look at the CAPE, the convective available potential energy, and there's not much of it. So this is what we would call overly sheared, a lot of wind energy compared to low-level fuel for the storms. So typically this is a very low-end threat of severe weather. Talking about some isolated strong wind gusts for Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. Speaking of wind gusts, let's go to the heart of when this is moving through in the afternoon, evening time. So we got a fire truck moving on through. Hope everybody's all right. But this was showing the same thing yesterday with the GFS weather model. Now we're comparing and contrasting here with the NAM weather model, but this shows the potential for some gusts up to around 40, 50 miles per hour. I think that might be a little bit on the strong side, but we might want to batten down the hatches a little bit. Hopefully it's not trash. It is trash day for me Thursday night. That's great. And I was not happy. Our trash day is Friday morning. I'm not going to say what company, but the garbage truck was rolling up, and I was rolling up with the trash at the side of the road. I don't know if you didn't see me or what. Just took off. So now we've got 2 weeks of trash. Was not thrilled about that situation, but anyway, if it's trash day for you Thursday night like it is for me, hopefully the can doesn't blow over. But we've got extra heavy trash this time around, so maybe that'll anchor it down. All right, so that's our gusty winds here for our Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. And I'm going to go to the GFS weather model, which will give us an idea of how much rain we could potentially see with this system moving through. Total precipitation map right here. It's showing up to about an inch possible. So I'd say about a half inch to an inch of rainfall. Again, just a good soaking rain that will be having a hard time evaporating because we're going to be chilling down right behind this. In fact, let's take a look at our temperature drop. So ahead of this front for our Thursday, we're going to be in the 50s out ahead of this front. So a decent little warm up. Our warmest day of December so far on Thursday. And then as this front moves through, some colder air is dropping back into the region. Might have to watch for a couple slick spots if the roads don't completely dry out Friday morning as we fall down to the 20s Friday night. Just a quick cold shot though. This won't last too long. There's our Friday morning. About the same as this morning, I guess. And then this is a Friday afternoon showing temperatures only reaching the 30s for highs and only 20s to the north. But this will be transient cold shot. It'll move off to the east pretty quickly. And then as we go into our Saturday, the 20th, we start to moderate our temperatures once again. We are in the middle ground here. So 40s to around 50 for Saturday afternoon. The warm air is down south. And I would say a setup like this, when you see, notice it's flat. And then the cold air up here is flat. That's called like a laminar flow, a zonal flow, a flat flow across the United States. And let's see if that kind of shows up here with the 500 millibar wind. This is up at around 20,000 feet. So exactly what we're talking about. The jet stream is flat across the United States. So that kind of evens things out. We're just kind of in the middle ground, kind of normal temperatures this weekend, cold air, really cold air locked up to the north, warm air to the south, and no storms with this flat flow. You get a wiggly jet stream up and down, you get up and down temperatures, you get storms to develop. But that is, again, a zonal flow is what we call that in the meteorological world. But as we go into, let's go to Christmas time. I'm going to jump ahead to Christmas Eve. And what we see is not a zonal flow anymore. This is what we're waiting on. This is a hump in the jet stream. So who knows, by watching this show, we talk about it a lot. What is north of the jet stream? What is south of the jet stream? So we're going to be south of the jet stream under the hump or the ridge. What do we get? And this is what we get. Vicky's comment right here. Warmer is better. So if this pattern continues to lock in for the middle of next week, right around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Santa could be bringing us some nice warm temperatures for our thermometers. So let's match this up with what's going on the ground. This is up at around 20,000 feet, 20,000 feet, jet stream. And it is a weather pattern shift. So bringing up the temperatures. Look at all of that orange right there, trying to move our direction with a south breeze. So that shows the potential for 60s here. That's Christmas Eve. Let's go to Christmas Day. We are still looking to be on the warm side Christmas Day. So there you can see the cold air locked up to the north over Canada, over Alaska. Still brutal cold up there, but not for us. This is showing, there you go, nice spring-like 60s. So boom, there we go. This is 2 or 3 days in a row that the models, not only the GFS, but the European weather model, calling for temperatures maybe trending about 20 degrees above normal for our Christmas time. I think it was it Perry that said a Christmas warm up means big snow later in the winter? We'll see if that happens. All right, but there we go. This might not last long, this warm up that we're looking at right here. A lot of times following a good warm up is a cold front. And this is looking at the day after Christmas, and it looks like some cooler air tries to move in, but just kind of back to normal right there. I'm going to go to the 27th. Just jump ahead here to the 28th, going out to the longer range of the GFS. We're kind of right in the middle of between warm south, cold north. Going to the 30th. Kind of middle ground there, nothing crazy. Going to this is New Year's Eve. Tries to show a little bit chillier, but kind of normal. And then New Year's Day, that's as far out as we get. 1 a.m. This is ball drop right here, showing not too crazy. The real cold stuff is up to the north right there. But that'll be the question. When will the door to winter open back up from the north? You're going to need that jet stream to take that dive once again. And this is showing it kind of trying to happen here. You can see this north flow as we head into the new year. We'll see if that happens. A little bit of a wavy jet stream. So we still haven't even hit winter time yet. But again, the big story here, gusty rain showers Thursday, and then that big potential warm up for Christmas time. So since we're looking down the road as far as we can look, that has been the good old Ben on the Limb segment right there. So any questions, comments, concern, let us know. Let us also know where you're watching from in the comments. Thanks for liking or sharing our live stream here this morning here at 10:29. We're going to do a forecast recap for those that you jumped on a little bit later. And before we do that, here's another live look outside of our Extol Media Studios with a layer of clouds moving through. Tired of it's funny. It's not even winter yet. And my wife, Sarah, yesterday was like, I am already tired of winter. And I was like, I'm sorry to say this, but it's not even winter yet. We've got a long way to go. It's just been a gloomy weather pattern. So get that vitamin D. Try to get that exercise. If this weather puts you down in the dumps, which it can. We've all heard of the seasonal affective disorder that, again, can make us feel a little bit gloomier with this kind of weather, which is understandable. I'm with Orlean. It'd be nice to see that sunshine break back out this afternoon. All right, so here we go. Let's bring up the weather headlines here for you as we rock and roll on this Tuesday, December the 16th. Feeling a bit better today as we reach for around 40 this afternoon. Some windy showers Thursday. We're under level 1 out of 5 in the severe weather risk categories for Thursday. Low severe weather risk for that. But the winds could be gusting over 30, 40 miles per hour at times Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. Some cold air drops in for a short period of time Friday. Might sneak in a couple flurries Thursday night. And then some quiet and cool weather for this weekend. And then still talking about that warm up here for Christmas time. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, still showing the potential of 60s with the GFS and the European weather model still locked on to that idea right there. Orlean saying, I am with your wife. I am sure tired of this weather. Looking forward to that warm up, I hope. Yes, indeed. So our countdown here, 5 days until winter officially begins, the winter solstice, 9 days until Christmas time, 82 until the time change spring, and 94 days. And our stupid weather jokes for the day, it's so cold when cows are milked, ice cream comes out. Knock, knock, who's there? Freeze, freeze who? Freeze a jolly good fellow. I'm on thin ice with these jokes, but I'll skate by. Speaking of thin ice, I did see my pond in the backyard had some thin ice. Too thin to play around on, unfortunately. Sarah Humphreys with the LOLs. Thanks for tuning in here this morning. Our weather history, there was a lot of it, and I'm going to put this on Facebook on my page here at around noon, or you can watch the replay and go over that again. And our forecast today for our Tuesday, 40 degrees. I know there's a layer of clouds now. We're going to try to scoot those out for some afternoon sunshine. It's been a struggle for sunshine this month. A south breeze at around 5 to 15, and our sunset at 5:24. So as we go above freezing, we'll have some melting today. Down to 34 tonight, so that's not too bad. Definitely not as cold. Orlean, you have a great day as well. Thanks for being a part of the show this morning. So we got the latest sunrises of the year happening now, but our sunsets are getting a little bit later. Lillian, having a little trouble with the computer. Hope it gets worked out. Wednesday for your December 17th, our hump day tomorrow, 34 out the door, 44 at noon, 50 for that afternoon high. That's a few above our normal high of 47 for this time of the year, and that normal low at 32 degrees. 7-day forecast, 100% chance of that rain Thursday. I think you'll have some dry time in the morning, and then Thursday afternoon, Thursday night's our best chance for that rain. Around a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall total, some gusty winds, and a low of 27 Thursday night. So quick cold shot moving through on Friday, 35 Friday. Right now looking mainly dry for the weekend and quiet, 50 Saturday, 46 on Sunday. And then we might see a couple rain showers back in that forecast Monday, Tuesday with upper 40s, low 50s. Again, that bigger warm-up on the way by next Wednesday, Thursday, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Could be looking at, again, some 60s. Perhaps. Hey, tomorrow is Wednesdays with Weddington. Let us know if you have any questions. Put Brad to the test. Local home builder here. If you have any issues around the home, anything leaking, whatever, just let us know. Free advice right there from Mr. Weddington tomorrow. Get rid of that. Bring this guy back up here. So Marcus has a forecast here for us. The pattern is cycling. I expect the cold and then the snow to come back in January. It's pretty similar, not exact to last year's pattern. Well, last year we didn't have this super cold blast for a few weeks before winter. And you're right, though. I think we've got a lot of winter to go since it hasn't even started. I think we could chill back down. This is really interesting stuff here, guys. If you go here to extolmag.com, I forgot this even was available, but you can point and click on your area, and it brings an hourly forecast here that you can just kind of slide along. It's got skycast, sky cover, temperatures, winds, wind gusts, wind direction. Super awesome right there. We've got another interactive map that you can play around with. It's got temperatures. It's got any alerts that we might have. It's got winds. It's got lightning if we ever get lightning again. This map right here, though, has, again, dozens of weather layers. I'm going to plot the temperatures. Again, you just click anywhere, and it brings up the detailed hourly forecast. Cool stuff right there. All right, and then what other layers can we mess around with? So this is the Futurecast layer. It's called Rain Thunder. And then if you look at the bottom left, there's a play button. You hit play, and you're going to see the weather model with your future rain or future snow, whatever it might be. It actually has little snowflakes with the weather model there to show you if it's rain or snow. This is going into Thursday. What you're going to see is that system bringing in that rain right there, Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. There it is, moving on through. Very cool stuff. Play around with it. Let us know what you think there at EXTOLMAG, extolmag.com/weather. Hey, again, we want to thank our partners here for letting us do what we do, allowing us to have our live weather show every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m., Ben at 10, Ivy Tech Community College, Sellersburg location. Hey, it's Tuesday. That means it is Tuesdays at the Tech. That's where you can get one-on-one support, in-person assistance, getting started at Ivy Tech, registering for classes, career development, paying for college, customizing your visit there with a faculty member. Get that in-depth visit. You learn about veterans benefits, career coaching, scholarships, ways to pay for college. And if you're ready, they'll get you registered up. And I want to mention our friends here at Lyons Roofing, Lyons, family-owned right here in our backyard out of Memphis, Indiana, but they got you covered on either side of the river. If you're in Kentucky, you're in Indiana, and you want an estimate, you want to get your roof checked out, you want some assistance, call them 812-294-3595. You can also learn a whole lot more here at lionsroofingco.com. And my buddy, my insurance agent, Michael Long, my mom's insurance agent, he can help you out, get you a quote anytime. Give him a call, 812-578-3072. You bundle things up, you can get discounts. If you use their app, you can get discounts. The app has actually helped me be a safer driver. So another good aspect of that, because I want to save. And then you can also get student discounts. So you can go to amfam.com, search Michael Long for some help right there. All right. We've got Lily Lazzie with Have a Good Day. Marcus Barnes, question, 60 degrees Christmas over or under. What do you think? I would take the under on that. I would say it's going to be 60s. Maybe I'll go 60. I'll go 60. 62. 62 Christmas Day. That's what I'm thinking. And Mike Whaley, like a heat wave, maybe a wet heat, but better than snow. Yeah, this time of year, when you get in the 60s, a lot of times you are going to have some rain mixed with that. And our heat wave this week is Thursday, our warmest day in the mid-50s, but it does come with about a half inch to an inch of rain and some gusty winds as well. So kind of got to pay for those warm-ups this time of the year. You got it. Hit the nail on the head with that one, Mike. And I want to remind you, anytime, if you want to get a hold of us, here we go. Easy to do. Ben at extolmag.com. That's my email address if you want to learn more about advertising and marketing here with Extol Weather, Extol Media. I've been reaching 2.1 million views over the last 28 days, so a lot of eyeballs, and we can be your megaphone here throughout southern Indiana, in Metro Louisville, in Kentucky, and beyond. So if you want to join up, partner up, there you go. We can set up a meeting, talk about it. Or if you just have a weather question, there it is, BEN at extolmag.com. So you guys, thanks for tuning in here today. We will see you tomorrow on our Hump Day, Wednesday edition, December 17th. It's been a Tuesday here. We're going to try for a little sunshine, a little bit warmer weather, and we'll fine-tune that Christmas forecast for tomorrow morning. Same time, same place right here. It's Ben at 10. Thanks for tuning in.